I'm just gonna boil me a chicken and get that broth and that meat. We're gonna do a little bit of pepper. Some salt. So now that we have our chicken on, we're gonna start and boil some eggs. I always make cornbread to go. I use the bag dressing. Here go. I use the bag dressing, but I make my cornbread. It tastes so good. It makes your dressing taste so good. We're going to use Dolly's recipe because Dolly never steers us wrong. Follow the directions exactly on here because it's already good. Preheat our oven to 375 degrees. So we're going to need a cup of milk, 1 large egg, and 1/3 cup of melted butter. Sounds easy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make our cornbread, our Dolly Parton cornbread. She's just something. No matter what age, she just keeps getting better and better. Okay. Put that in there. We're going to put in 1 egg. Easy peasy. 1 cup, I'm using whole milk. It doesn't say, it just says milk. You could probably use any kind you choose. And 5 tablespoons or 1/3 cup of butter. So we're gonna melt this. We're going to go ahead and got me a cup right here. We're gonna put it in the microwave. Go ahead and start kind of stirring it around a little bit. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pour in our butter. Takes no time at all. We're going to kind of spray it a little bit. Just going to make sure we get it all. Okay, we're going to put this in our oven and we're going to let it cook for about 18 to 20 minutes. Okay, I'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to check that cornbread. Okay, we're just going to turn off our boiled eggs and just let them sit there for about, we put them on for like 10 minutes, then I'm just going to let them come down. I want them cooked all the way through it. I have got me a great big pan. This is what I always make my dressing in. Okay, we got our cornbread here. That's our Dolly Parton cornbread. And we're gonna put our eggs right here on this side. I'm really strange about my eggs. I like my eggs mashed up with a fork. I don't want to bite into a big slice of egg white in my dressing. Got 2 bags of Pepperidge Farm seasoned plastic stuffing. Right in. We're going to put it in the middle. Then I don't forget anything. If it's in the middle, then I know that it's in here. Now I need to cut up some celery and some onions. You can't have dressing without celery and onions. this chicken is falling off the bone. Look at that. That is what we want. We'll go ahead and take some of this broth for our celery and our onion. We're going to add a little bit of salt. Not much. A little bit of pepper. We're going to let those sweat down just a few minutes. This is my cornbread, my stuffing, and my eggs. And then my celery and my onions are going to go on top of here. We're going to season it, and we're going to put some of that broth in. This is going to be a delicious dressing. The chicken. Got those things sweated. We got a little visitor. Say hey, Axel. He wants to stay with Grandma. Okay, we're going to just put this right over. Let it cool before I dive in. What is that?
It's a toy.
I'm going to go turn some air on. I might turn it down to 63. It is burning up in this kitchen. Make sure we get it good and sprayed. And start putting it right on our, we don't want no fat, we're just going to spoon it on.
What's this?
This is going to give it so much flavor. That chicken will cool in that pot, and I'm going to go ahead and use all this. I'm going to take our broth. And we're going to add one more thing. We're going to add our chicken and then one more thing to this dressing. Now we're going to add a bag of cornbread stuffing. We've already added our homemade cornbread because that takes the flavor of any pre-made or anything taste out with that chicken broth. And so we're going to pour in our cornbread stuffing right on top, and it's going to soak up the rest of those juices, the rest of that broth. We're just going to start tossing it. It is moist. It is not dry. We want every bit of it to be moist. That's why I always put my broth in, and because I always have more broth. And I add that last layer of cornbread stuffing on top, and it soaks up all the juices. It makes it perfect. I just do this all the time, and it's delicious. And these are our dressings. everything in it is cooked, but we want a moist, and this is moist, it is not dry, and that's what we want. And that it will cook tomorrow and it will be delicious. It will all be cooked through, it won't be soggy.